smug as you like, Joe Hendry clings on to the WCPW title for another day. Jack Swagger just in front of us here, enjoying the applause from this crowd after a spectacular effort. Great WCPW title match. But it is time to shift gears. The WCPW title match is in the past. There is one piece of business left to do. There's a piece of business that has been half a year in the making. We started out with 64 men. We are down to just 2. Japan's KUSHIDA, England's Will Ospreay, 1-on-1, and the winner will be the holder of the inaugural Pro Wrestling World Cup. They simply do not come any bigger than this.
Probably the biggest match in WCPW history to date. All the marbles up for grabs. Who can do it, KUSHIDA or Ospreay? We're going to find out. This is a match that you would say could headline any wrestling event across the world.
And indeed it has, more times than once. Let's now go to the ring and get our final underway.
I need to compose myself for that shot.
Much like Ospreay's semi-final against Ricochet, his final here is a man he has competed against in high-profile matches more than once in the past. KUSHIDA beat Ospreay in the final of the Best of the Super Juniors this year. Can Ospreay return the favour, or will KUSHIDA make it 2 for 2 in 2017?
Here he comes. One of Japan's finest. Could he win the Pro Wrestling World Cup? Wow.
As you can see from the championship gold around his waist and in his hand, he has had success all around the world. Ring of Honor, New Japan, and of course very, very impressive throughout this Pro Wrestling World Cup. Once again, he beat Sho Tanaka, Bushi, Kenny Williams, Zack Sabre Jr. and earlier tonight, Joseph Connors, to make it to this 6th and final stop on his quest for the Pro Wrestling World Cup. But will he fall at the final hurdle, or will the glory belong to KUSHIDA?
To go back to a point you made earlier on in the broadcast, Bradshaw, KUSHIDA defeated Joseph Connors first here on the programme. Will Ospreay followed with a win over Ricochet. That means KUSHIDA has had more time to prepare for this final than Ospreay.
Here he is, the aerial assassin. England's final representative, and what a representative it is. Will Ospreay, in 2016, the youngest ever Best of the Super Juniors. Sandwiched between 2 wins in that tournament for KUSHIDA in 2015 and 2017. As I said, Ospreay looking to even the score this year, being supported here by 2 of his friends, 2 people he helped to train, Kelly Six and Ashley Dunn, the South Coast connection, going to be in his corner. Look at the intensity of the stare down between Ospreay and KUSHIDA. The stakes simply could not be higher.
Introducing first to my left, representing Japan, winning tonight at 87 kilos from Tokyo, he is the time splitter, KUSHIDA!
The time splitter, looking to make history.
And his opponent in the opposing corner, he is representing England! From Essex, winning tonight at 82 kilos, he is the aerial assassin, Ospreay!
The aerial assassin looking to bring the World Cup home.
England versus Japan. It all comes down to this. What a journey for both these men.
I have goosebumps and we haven't even started.
Full of emotion, full of passion, excitement, thrills and spills.
Here we go. Senior official Steve Linsky asking for a handshake between Kushida and Ospreay, and he gets it. If you heard there's a big fight tonight, you're right, this is it.
Oh, wait a minute.
Will Ospreay leaping over the top, and Kushida landing hard on the outside. Ospreay, they're not giving him any time to rest, comes straight back into the ring.
Think about earlier on, Bradshaw, how Ospreay tried to start against Ricochet. We're seeing it again against Kushida.
Ospreay already up top, that's where he's most at home in the world. Goes for a shooting star, boots up from Kushida.
Ospreay spills out of the ring. Oh, Kushida on the top rope.
Yeah, Kushida, hang on a second. Oh, Kushida! He lands both on Ospreay and on the South Coast connection. Ashley Dunn and Kelly Six trying to get between Ospreay and Kushida to stop Kushida from leaping through the air, but it was to no avail.
Oh, both these young men in the South Coast connection trying to help their friend Will Ospreay. It backfired on them. And now look at this inside the ring.
Cover by Kushida for two, the first pin attempt of the match. Kushida trying to set out his stall early, make Ospreay understand that at any time he could try for the submission or the pin.
And here goes Kushida on the arm.
We've seen this throughout this tournament from Kushida, regularly focusing on his opponent's left arm, softening them up for that hoverboard lock, the Kimura. Ospreay trying to fight back. Interesting to hear so much support for Kushida, given that this is essentially a home match for Ospreay.
So much respect for this man, Kushida, here in Newcastle and across the world.
Look at this from Kushida. Put his hands across the face, a variation on the crossface. He's got that left arm contorted as well. Ospreay could be in some trouble here. He's already having to shift his body. You see how he's trying to shuffle his feet towards the bottom rope. Kushida sees that he's getting there, so drags him back in.
Again though, Bradshaw, think back to earlier on tonight. Will Ospreay had to face Ricochet after Kushida had beaten Joseph Connors.
Look at this. Look at the balance. Look at the balance. And now the bridge from Kushida, applying extra pressure. Got that butterfly type lock on Ospreay.
We're seeing the difference in freshness between these two men early on.
Yeah, that's a good point. As we mentioned, Kushida had longer to recover, and another pin attempt. Ospreay's shoulders were down for two.
And Ospreay really in trouble now. The more and more he grasps that arm, the bigger a target it becomes for Kushida.
Ospreay trying to fight back from a lower position here. Kushida looming over him. Ospreay as he tries to fight back, but again Kushida grabbing the left arm and working relentlessly on that. Ospreay screaming in pain. Kushida now bending the arms again.
My God, just Kushida, no end the ways this man can punish you. Well, Ospreay's finding that out firsthand.
Oh my! Look at Kushida using his arms to lift up his torso there to again apply more torque, apply more pressure to Ospreay, who once more had to twist himself to get his feet into the ropes.
And that will have put more pressure on the arm, the joints of Will Ospreay, to contort his body just to reach the ropes and break the hold.
Ospreay, for his part, has lifted the opponents that Kushida has beaten. Ospreay has beaten Martin Kirby, Rampage, Rey Mysterio, Mike Bailey, and earlier tonight King Ricochet to make it to this 6th and final match.
It's been an emotional journey for Ospreay. This young man wears his heart on his sleeve every single time he enters the ring. He would love nothing more than to win the Pro Wrestling World Cup.
Ospreay being kicked at in the face by Kushida, trying to get in the head of Ospreay. The handspring, Ospreay does a handspring of his own! And Ospreay's boot just got into the head of Kushida.
Ospreay trying to get some sensation back into that hand, that forearm, clutching it desperately.
Ospreay will have known going in, he knows Kushida well, he will have known that Kushida will focus on that left arm. Ospreay will be expecting that he's going to have to put up with some very high amount of pain in that part of his body as this match proceeds. This is as much a mental battle as a physical one.
All the pain would be worth it to get that trophy, the Pro Wrestling World Cup.
Ospreay charges, drop kick into the head of Kushida, who rolls to the outside wisely.
A smart move from Kushida. Get the hell out of Dodge, because I think Ospreay may have tried that big drop kick for a second time.
The silverware, the trophy, sits on the stage, meters away from these two, as Ospreay, oh my God, Ospreay, for a running shooting star, still lands on his feet, and then a boot right into the mouth. Knock a tooth out that way.
Ospreay trying to get his countrymen and women behind him.
Ospreay goal! Kushida caught him and sent him face first into that guardrail. That guardrail's had a tough night.
He sure has. Maybe not as tough as Will Ospreay when it's all said and done. Not only did he have to face a world-class athlete like King Ricochet, he had to face Kushida, who now has cruel intentions in mind, I think.
Yeah, well, Kushida needs to be careful. He doesn't use that chair as a weapon. What he's doing, though, is depositing Ospreay on the chair. And that's legal, so Kushida can continue here. Kushida will take a run up. Ospreay!
Wait a minute now. The South Coast Connection becoming involved in this match.
This? South Coast
yet again.
Connection, Ashley Dunn and Kelly Six, the cornermen here for Will Ospreay.
It's hard to see what's going on from our vantage point.
They are picking up Kushida.
And
they're holding him in position.
Will Ospreay has a wicked look in his eye.
No, Ospreay, no! Will Ospreay! A frog splash into the crossbody, into the crowd.
Yeesh! Will Ospreay laying it all on the line here when it comes to the final of the Pro Wrestling World Cup.
Aerial Assassin never ceases to amaze, just when you think you've seen everything from him.
There we go, Ospreay, a young lion in his own right, roaring at his adoring masses here in Newcastle upon Tyne. Watching, by the way, around the globe.
Once again, thank you for joining us, a global audience. Watching this, they are talking about this match, this tournament, all over the wrestling world. The eyes of the planet glued onto Newcastle right now. Ospreay! Hit Kushida with a variation on the DDT. He'll go for the cover, the leg hook, and Kushida gets a right shoulder up at the last possible second.
Look, Kushida rolling around the mat, writhing in pain. That seriously damaged the Japanese star.
Ospreay feeling the energy. This jam-packed crowd in Newcastle Sports Central. He will head to the top floor once more.
Ospreay smells blood, has to act, has to capitalise on Kushida's injuries.
Ospreay with Kushida in a very fortunate position from Ospreay's perspective. Or at least he was, but Kushida moved out of the way. Ospreay.
Very fortunate from Kushida to roll away from the damage.
Kushida gets the boot up into Ospreay and catch him DDT. Look at how the head bounced. And Kushida going for the hoverboard lock again.
If he locks that in, this could be trouble for Ospreay.
Hoverboard lock.
Ospreay shaking his head, almost impervious to the pain.
Look at this. Look at that look from Ospreay. Oh my word.
Oh, that takes some serious guts.
Oh God. The bridge. The Kimura still applied. Ospreay shoulders down and finally escapes.
Kushida angry with senior official Steve Linsky. Exasperated that that wasn't the end of this final.
Kushida, though, maybe about to end it. He's lining them up. Running punt. And Ospreay with an uppercut. He gets back to his feet, and Ospreay is headed to the ropes, but runs into a forearm from Kushida. Oh. Ospreay fights back with a kick, and a right hand from this Japanese star. Ospreay takes out Kushida. Both men down.
And you see Ospreay's boys there in his corner. The South Coast Connection hammering the mat. They know how important it was that Will Ospreay connected with that one.
Well, both men trying to shake some life back into their bodies here after the punishment they've both taken at the hands of each other in this remarkable World Cup final.
Think of the punishment both these men have put up with and suffered throughout this entire tournament.
Yeah, of course, compounded by everything they went through earlier tonight and throughout this week. Ospreay. Oh, Kushida's up with him. Kushida catches him. Cross arm breaker. Cross arm breaker from Kushida. Trying to force that arm away, and he's got it. The arm is hyperextended. Elbow hyperextended for Ospreay. Ospreay isn't near the ropes.
There's no way Ospreay can escape this. He's smack bang in the centre of that ring.
He's trying to transition. I think Kushida transitioning into a triangle choke.
Oh, this is bad for Ospreay.
Oh my God, Ospreay. And as Kushida continues to bend the left arm backwards, he's still got his legs wrapped around the head. Ospreay's in danger of passing out.
Linsky, senior official Steve Linsky raises the arm once.
It's going to go twice. If it goes, yeah, it's down twice. If it goes a third time, and it will be over. Oh, Ospreay an inch away, but he stays in it. Ospreay stays in it.
This live crowd fired up for their countrymen's exploits in the Pro Wrestling World Cup final.
Look at the power of Will Ospreay. Oh God!
Oh no!
Ospreay got Kushida into the turnbuckle, but the referee goes down as well.
There was no way. No one can blame. Oh wait a minute! Here comes B. Priestley.
It's B. Priestley. B. Priestley, the girlfriend of Will Ospreay.
And you have to believe she's here to help Will Ospreay win the Pro Wrestling World Cup.
Oh, yeah, but come on, not like this. No one wants to see the World Cup end.
No one has any choice, Dave Bradshaw. B. Priestley doing what she wants to do for her man, so his dreams come true.
What? Ospreay says no.
Oh, wait a minute.
Ospreay putting the brakes on.
Oh, B. Priestley saying use the belt, take the shortcut. Well, Ospreay not having any of it.
Or is he? Oh, I don't know. Ospreay having a crisis of conscience here.
Think about what's at stake. Oh.
Ospreay says no.
Oh,
and he took a kick into the face from Kushida. Kushida will go round and round. Oh my God, the hoverboard lock. The arm bent backwards for Ospreay. Ospreay with nowhere to go. Look at the angle of the arm of the aerial assassin.
Can Ospreay reach the ropes? Or will he be forced to tap out here?
Ospreay inches away, centimeters away from the rope. Come on, Will. And he makes it. Ospreay makes it. And the hold is broken. And we're still alive in the World Cup final.
That roar from the live crowd here in Newcastle was almost like Ospreay had won. And that is a victory for Will Ospreay, managing to reach the ropes just before he was left with no option, Bradshaw, but to tap out.
Crowd in Newcastle giving their seal of approval to another incredible showdown between Kushida and Ospreay.
Think about what we just saw, Bradshaw. Well, Ospreay stopped B. Priestley from helping him win the Pro Wrestling World Cup. Didn't want to win it that way.
You see Kushida, though, not put off here. He is still sticking to his game plan. Those kicks were all to the left arm. So is that one. Still trying to weaken it, still believing that hoverboard lock can get it done for him, even though it didn't a moment ago. But look at the intensity of Ospreay. Good Lord. Ospreay Again and again and again. Oh my. Kushida gonna respond in kind.
Oh, back and forth they go.
This is how much it means. This is how much it means to win the Pro Wrestling World Cup for these two men.
The only two men left standing in the entire tournament.
Headbutt from Ospreay. Catches the arm of Kushida. A Rainmaker! A Rainmaker of sorts. The short arm clothesline from Ospreay.
And Ospreay's held on to Kushida's arm. Keep that in mind. Ospreay not letting go. Ospreay still has something left.
Ospreay, is he going for the pin? No, he's grabbed the other arm of Kushida. And stomping on the neck, the throat of his Japanese opponent here. Ospreay again and again and again.
Kushida shaking his head.
Kushida.
This is a standoff.
The stare down between these two. Such intense competitors. This one turning into one of the great wrestling rivalries. Oh my God. Ospreay being booted repeatedly in the head by Kushida.
This crowd can boo all they want, but Kushida only doing what it takes to win the Pro Wrestling World Cup.
The crowd has turned on Kushida. And here it is again. The hoverboard lock on Ospreay. Can Ospreay make the ropes again? He did it last time. You did it once, Will. You can do it again. Or the back to the, or with the Back to the Future with the counter. The counter from Ospreay. My word.
I need oxygen. That's not the first time I've said that out here during the Pro Wrestling World Cup. But this whole thing is on a razor's edge, Dave Bradshaw. Hanging ominously is the fate of the Pro Wrestling World Cup.
It has been a week-long adrenaline rush, a 6-month adrenaline rush, really, and we may have saved the best for last here.
What a match between Kushida and Will Ospreay, live around the world.
Ospreay again, picking up Kushida. He's going to try and tuck his head down for that cheeky Nando's kick.
Nothing extra mild about this, Bradshaw. If Ospreay gets his way.
Kushida, the head in place. Nailed it right in the mouth and nose of Kushida.
Kushida's body collapses with pain and exhaustion over that top rope.
The cheeky Nando's kick from Ospreay. Will that be his ticket to finishing off Kushida?
Well, I'd say he'll go for a Nando's if that wins him the Pro Wrestling World Cup.
Ospreay, hang on. It's a kind of a version of the Oz cutter I think he's looking for. Oh God, no, 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 Kushida. Kushida, is he going to go for the Back to the Future from the top? No, he can't. He can't do that. The Back to the Future, Ospreay hanging on with his one spare hand, and he finally escaped. Fortune favouring Will Ospreay as he lands on the apron. Ospreay springboard, and there is the Oz cutter. An Oz cutter off the top. Ospreay to win it, oh no! Kushida kicked out. This whole arena thought it was over.
Ospreay not wasting any time though, has to go back on the advantage, finish this one off.
Oz cutter attempt again. Kushida rolled backwards. Kushida rolled backwards. There's the Back to the Future. Kushida wraps up Ospreay, and he got him. He got him. Kushida wins the World Cup for Japan. What a battle. What a tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match and the winner of the Pro Wrestling World Cup 2017, Kushida!
We started with 64 men, and despite the best efforts of Will Ospreay here tonight in Newcastle, there is only one man left standing here, and that is Kushida, the winner of the first ever Pro Wrestling World Cup.
Ospreay did everything he could, absolutely everything. Even ignored B. Priestley pleading with him to use a title belt take the cheap way out and win the Pro Wrestling World Cup. Ospreay, to his credit, said, no, 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 I want to do it the right way. Ultimately, those morals may have cost him Dave Bradshaw. What a wrestling match. What a Pro Wrestling World Cup.
Will Ospreay was not prepared to take a shortcut. Instead, he gave Kushida all he could handle and more, but Kushida somehow found it in him to overcome the aerial assassin. What a moment. What a second in history here.
Kushida approaching Will Ospreay.
A moment in time in Newcastle. Kushida giving respect to Will Ospreay, the runner-up in the Pro Wrestling World Cup.
Think of the emotion Will Ospreay experienced just a few short nights ago in Milton Keynes, defeating the iconic Rey Mysterio.
But look at this, a great show of respect between two of the finest athletes on this planet.
Look at that trophy, Dave Bradshaw. Kushida, nobody can say Kushida hasn't earned this one.
Oh, this is classy from Ospreay. Classy stuff from Ospreay. Kushida is remonstrating here with me briefly about what she had planned, but Ospreay is going to hand over the World Cup to Kushida. Ospreay.
What a trophy that is.
Hands over the most spectacular trophy in the pro wrestling world. The World Cup belongs to Kushida and Japan.